Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today I am bringing you a spiritual guide to moving. So if you are wanting to move, working on moving, hoping to move, have already moved, you might find this video valuable. Now on this video I do talk a lot about the spiritual aspects, your mindset, manifesting, but in real life, what gets the bills paid? I've been in real estate for the last 4 years, mostly specializing in apartments. From apartment locating to being an actual leasing professional, I've helped hundreds of people find their home. And I have moved a lot myself, like a lot, like more than the average person throughout my lifetime. So I don't just speak from a place of the industry knowledge, I speak from personal experience, like me personally and guiding people through moving. This is like a video that represents like my two sides, like my two besties just merged into one. Even through my process of helping people find an apartment, I don't just like to put them into an apartment. I don't know, I like to put them into a home. I like to connect with this person and really just slow down for them and figure out what they want and match them with what they want, not just what they need. Like, it's an experience. If there's one thing that I've learned through this experience, through this dance, through my lifetime and the last 4 years doing real estate, is that your home chooses you and not the other way around. Literally, the act of moving is a spiritual act. It's not just up to you. Your home chooses you. I don't know how else to say it. And I know that moving can be stressful. It can bring up anxiety, it can bring up fear, impatience, but it also can be one of the most powerful opportunities and portals to tap into transformation if done intentionally and if done correctly and if just surrendering to the process. Here is a guide on how to move, not just with strategy but with soul. Like, if you were my client, this is what I would be holding your hand and telling you through the process if you needed to hear it. Number one is pay attention to apartment numbers. Yes, seriously, I'm really big on numbers. Every building, every unit holds an energy, and numbers do not lie. I've been doing this way before I got into real estate, honestly. This is where numerology comes in. When I am looking at a potential apartment, I've always added up the digits of the unit to get its numerological, is that right? That's such a big word. Numerological energy, to get its numerological energy. For example, on a serious note, for example, if you are moving into unit 324 and you add up 3, 2, and 4, you're gonna get 9, which means you're in a nice home. You're in a 9 home. 9 homes really encourage spiritual growth, spiritual development. It's a lot of endings. 9 is the number of death. It is the last number before they all repeat. So it typically, there's a lot of spiritual growth and like uncomfortability and like rebirth in a 9 home. I've never been in a 9 home. They sound a little intense. I don't know, but you might even find that your childhood home has a significance when you add up the numbers, or you might even find that you gravitate towards or live in the same apartment numbers or house numbers without even knowing. A pro tip would be to cross-reference the energy from your unit, like the number and your life path number. So you can also go through the line and figure out what your life path number is based on your birthday. I'm a life path 2, and without even realizing, most of the time I'm always in like numerals of 2 for my house numbers. I've lived in 4s, 6s, 8s. It's just really interesting to look into this and like take it into consideration. It's just another bit of like intentionality, and even without being intentional about it, you might find that it works out for the house number that has the properties that you might be needing the most in this chapter of your life. Just keep in mind your home can amplify, reflect, or even challenge the season that you're in, okay? And the more aware you are, the more power you have to choose that sort of thing wisely. Well, number two, I've already kind of mentioned in the video, but your home chooses you, not the other way around. Trust the process. Again, I know that moving is something that can get us tensed up, and it's not everybody's favorite thing. It's kind of like the dentist. But if you relax a little bit and you trust the process, you'll find that everything is working out without you even having to try. I've said this to so many clients across the years, and it never fails. If something falls through, I've seen people panic. I've had to like talk them down from like them being so excited about a place, having their hopes up, thinking that it's what it's supposed to be. It's not rejection if it doesn't work, it's redirection. Your home is literally out there. You're not going to end up homeless. What's the worst thing that can happen? You're usually going to end up in you're going to always, not even usually, 100% of the time that I've witnessed this, they end up in a better place. I've been approved for spaces that I had no business qualifying for. I've been blocked from places that I thought were perfect. And every time, the better space, the better deal, the more aligned experience was around the corner. Moving isn't just logistics. Again, it's a spiritual experience. You have to allow it to flow through you. All right. And you don't try to make something fit. Just flow into it. Because I've also done that. I've made something fit. But we'll talk a little bit more about that later in this video. Just remember that what is meant for you will never feel like a war zone to receive. You won't have something pulling you from it will just happen with ease. Number three is to set clear intentions before and after your move. Set clear intentions. Be very intentional before and after you move. When you're searching, list down. Literally, I want you to list down everything that you want, like your non-negotiables. What is it that you want? Just list it out. But whether it's the price, the location, certain finishes, whatever you care about, write it down on paper. If you haven't done that and you're moving, like, stop what you're doing and do it like right now. And you can go deeper, not just the layout, price, and location. Those are like the ones that it's really like, okay, what are you doing? But how, even if it's feelings, how are you going to feel? How are you want to feel in this space? You want to feel supported? Do you want to feel safe? Do you want to feel inspired? Who do you want around you? What do you want to be doing in this space? Okay, that's a whole nother thing. Whatever is non-negotiable, write it down. And when you move, bless your home. I do this every single time I move into a space. Bless your home. Walk into every room. Speak life over it. Speak life onto the walls. What are you going to do? What is it going to look like? What is it going to be like? If you already see the furniture in there, say, okay, this is the furniture that you don't already have. Speak life, love, existence into every into every single room, every single corner. I say what I want this space to hold, what kind of energy that I'm going to carry, what version of me is going to be walking through these walls, how am I going to be feeling when I walk through the door. This is literally where you will be dwelling. These places you're about to embed your energy into this place. You want the foundation to be intentional. Don't just move in and unpack your boxes and don't be mindful about like what season you're stepping into. Come on now. I treat it like a game. I treat it like a video game, baby. Like, it's fun because it's like whatever you say is going to happen. It's just so much power in your words. So even if you only do this once, like literally you just do it once, you can forget about it, done, or you can write it down, film it, and then look back and see how over the months, years that you dwelled in this place, you actually created the life that you spoke into existence. And that makes you feel powerful. That builds your faith. Speaking about faith, number 4, involve God. Every single time, involve God. Involve God. I know we're talking about manifesting and bringing it to life and bringing it. Again, this is a spiritual experience moving. So, you can be intentional and speak life and all of this that you want, but you do not have the bird's eye view, baby. So let me tell you a story time. Once I tried to manifest a 3-bedroom apartment downtown, nice white finishes. It just seemed like my golden ticket out, and I was so desperate of that being the answer to all my problems that I lost sight of what alignment meant. And every time it kept failing and I had blockages, I blamed it on the devil. And I literally manifested this. I was repeatedly saying, this apartment's mine, this apartment's mine, this apartment's mine. I didn't really pray about it. I didn't really lean on God. And every time there was something that was happening that it looked like it wasn't supposed to be happening, I was like, no, like, you won't get in the way of my dream, of my manifestation. Like, this apartment will be mine. And so God was like, bet. All right, you want this apartment to be yours? Take it. And it was short-lived. It shook things up, and it was one of the most valuable lessons that I've had in my 20s, because I can apply that moment to so many things. I never dared brought anything into reality without consulting God first, without bringing God into it, without praying, even when I so desperately, deeply want something so bad, and I'm just like, God, please, 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 unless it's like not in your will. Unless it's not in your will, unless there's something better out there for me, unless it's not for me. If it don't work out, I don't want it. I don't want it. It's cool. Because yes, our mind is a powerful thing, and we can repeat and we can repeat and we can repeat and we can make it happen. But it's not always what is meant for us. And so this really applies to anything in life, to any category in life, but especially when you're searching for a home is a lesson that you can apply in everything in your life. But today we're talking about moving, but honestly, manifesting is powerful. But discernment is deeper than that. Some doors don't open because what's behind them isn't aligned with your protection, your peace, your purpose. All right, so pray about new things coming into your life, because you don't know if every seed is planted by God or the devil. You don't know if everything that you can receive or that is coming your way is going to produce fruit. Is going to be, is if it's a lesson or if it's alignment. Because nothing is a waste, even when it's not supposed to be for you. It's still something in there for you to learn, to go through. But if you want to keep moving up instead of going through the same cycles over and over and over again, pray about it before you accept something new into your life. And that includes the place that you live. You need prayer, not just Pinterest. I love me some pictures, don't get me wrong. A mood board got my name written all over it. I literally have like a mood board for every apartment number that I've moved to, which is a lot of apartments that I've moved to. But anyway, yeah, pray about it, not just Pinterest it, okay? Number 5, you don't need perfect to receive what's meant for you. Ain't nothing too big or glorious for God. Like I said, I've been approved for things that I have not been qualified for. Like, that's just like I was saying, like, it's not, you can try so hard to get into something, but the place that's for you, it'll just open up. So shoot for the stars, shoot for the stars. And if you fall, you land on the clouds, okay? Like, every place that I've moved, it's always been an upgrade, because I feel like, because I don't limit myself, like, oh, it's gonna be too expensive, and oh my gosh, I'm not making enough, or oh my god, what is it? It's gonna be after utilities. To a fault. I have gotten myself in sticky situations, but I've learned to balance that a little bit. The older I get, make balance risks instead of just going for stuff like cuckoo. But yeah, allow a little bit of room for God to add some razzle-dazzle to give you what you deserve, to enhance things, to upgrade things in your life. And also on the other end of that, just be so grateful for every space that you have, because this apartment versus my first apartment versus when I was literally living out of somebody's living room as my bedroom, I was so grateful for it, because guess what? It was my space. It was my sanctuary. I had my peace of mind in there. And so I also feel like that's what allows me to move up and get better places every time. So anyway, and that's my personal story. But for others, like at work, I've helped people get approved with evictions, with criminal backgrounds. I've helped people who were down to their last coin find their dream spot. All right, I've helped, like, it. I've been through it. Like I said, I've been through some shit, but I've helped people through that as well. I've watched miracles happen, because that's what an aligned home is about. That's literally what this process is spiritual, guys. That's what this video is about. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's not black and white. It's not all logistics. So just kind of flow through the experience. Don't let fear or circumstances make you think that it's impossible. The right home, it doesn't just take you in, it makes space for you. Like, it finds you. All right, I'm not gonna say that anymore in this video. I think you guys get it. I think you guys get the point. But yes, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you learned something. And congratulations on a new home, whether it's on the way or it's already there or whatever the case is. May this experience be sacred for you. I hope that you have learned something in this. And if this resonates, it just means that you are on the right path, doing the right thing. So yeah, I don't know if I introduced myself yet. I think I did. I don't know if I did. My name is Aisata Kaba. I make videos about this journey, growth, documenting it, whatever. And yeah, I don't know. I need to get my pitch together. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. And until next time, be beautiful, be you, be blessed. Mwah, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.